So attacking, submitting, sweeping, doing, opening, all from, hey, I want to keep my guard closed as long as possible and use that for control. Now we're going to transition to moving to more of an open guard game. As most of you know, I'm not very prevalent in a closed guard game. I play a lot of open, let's flow, let's attack. This is more where my game starts to show up. So all we're going to do, we're going to set a quick cuff grip and a quick collar grip. I'm not reaching behind his neck here. All I'm looking to do is to put my knuckles right across that collarbone. Two reasons. One, a little bit of grindiness right there doesn't hurt any of my feelings, maybe some of his. But also just a good move for when I start going to chokes and other things. All we're going to do now, I'm going to open my hips up towards the side of the wrist I have on here. As soon as I open here, I'm going to kick him right in his armpit with this leg. This leg I'm going to scoop out his base. So I'm trying to cup his knee with my knee. So I'm here, I get my grip set. Good things are happening, I'm here. All I'm going to do, kick, drawing him to the side. Real basic scissor sweep. I'm here. For those of you who are uncivilized folk, going wrist, collar grip. Posting. Here. Nothing changes. So if you guys are no-gi, realize the only difference is you're going to a collar grip and a wrist grip instead of pistol and cross collar. Alright. Big details on this one. These two kicks are one motion. And I'm not a break dancer. Don't laugh. But how many of you guys see the break dancer move where the guys like come up like that? What's it called? Windmill runs? I don't fucking know. I'm not a break dancer and I'm not hip. 28? Yeah. Hippity. So that's the motion we're looking for when we go here. I'm kicking my hips over and coming up and on top. The big part of this that you guys are going to have trouble with is the high and low portion of this. So when I go to stretch my hips out, I'm going high, push, pull, pull, pull. Using that to come on top. Now once I get on top, I base, cross my heels, settle into mount, however you prefer. We're going to work on some attacks, some other options here shortly, but questions on this as it sits now. I'm going to do it a couple more times as I turn it. Questions? Alright. So I'm here. So you guys can see. Grip. 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 Chop. Kick. Right? That shin's going into the armpit. Questions on this side of the room? Alright. For this side of the room now. I'm here. Grip. Grip. Open my hips. I'm kicking. Chopping here. Questions on this one, guys? There are no dumb questions. This seems simple, but does not make it easy. It's a dynamic motion with a lot of pushing and pulling.
What's the motion when you pull it? What's the motion when you pull it?
Crossed. So I'm not pulling, so make sure so where am I pulling this? I'm pulling this across. So I'm here, I'm dragging collar across, this across. So as I'm here, I'm kicking this over and pulling these towards me. As all that's happening, I'm taking his base.
So you're kind of pulling him
Forward and across. So think about it. I always make the analogy, think of a person as a T. So if I'm here, Austin has 4 different base points that he can use. Hands and feet, right? All we're going to do is I'm going to off balance it. Well, here's better now. You ever moved a refrigerator without wheels? You know how you do that fucking rock motion? Where you put it on one corner and rotate it? Same concept. I'm off balancing him, taking this corner away, this corner away, this corner away. Now I'm just going to rotate him around that. Same concept working. I'm taking out as much of his base and then pushing him over the top. Make sense? Probably not a perfect analogy, but you know, I'm not perfect either. Questions, comments, concerns on that, guys?
Each other no gi.
No gi option. So if I'm here, a lot of the time I'll come up, just a solid collar grip right at the where I'm gonna grab right as Austin's hair coming into the back of his neck. So I'm here, I'm gonna grab here. I'm gonna open up. I'm going to sweep, kick, same thing, I'm just pulling here. He's just gonna be a little bit tighter to you as at the chest than it would be in the heel. Everything else basically the same. You're just not gonna have as loose of a grip, and you're gonna be throwing the head. So I'll come here, here. Any other questions? I'm just going to abuse Austin while we're here. Anyone got any good questions while I hurt Austin? All right, 1, 2, 3. Here. 1. A lot of you guys have this bad habit of putting this foot down and then opening your hips here. Realize, as a white belt, you will get away with that. As you start moving up, that becomes less and less effective. You need to be able to open your hips up either direction without your feet hitting the mat. Don't care which direction you're going. That is why, this may be an odd thought. Man, it's almost like why we do so many hip motion drills, so you can get used to that. Big tip on getting better at that, use your thigh and your knee on their hip. I'll put pressure on Daniel's thigh and knee with my top leg to help me open. That'll make your life a little bit easier. 2, when I'm here, a lot of you guys are just kind of aren't bringing your knee in. So when I come in and I open up, so when I'm here, a lot of you guys are like trying to like kick your knee outside his arm. Drive your knee in and across his chest. So as it's here, that'll help you driving that kick across. So my knee's all but in his chest. Then when I go here, makes that kick through a little bit easier. Questions on that?
Is your tension right there? Are you stretching and pulling?
Yeah, oh, when I open up, yeah, I'm not, realize the second I open my guard, Daniel no longer gets the benefit of being comfortable. You competed. Everyone gets to this guard position and everyone kind of relaxes for a second. He gets comfortable, I get comfortable. The reason I like playing open guard, I do not afford you the ability to be comfortable, because I'm going to push the pace on you. Ground is my ocean, I'm going to, drown you or whatever, all the fun, I don't know. Look at a jiu-jitsu meme page, you'll see that quote or variations of it. I'm trying to drown Daniel in motion. So when I get here, I'm putting my knee through his chest, foot on his hip, and I'm off balance. Push pull here makes it not fun for him to be sitting here. Because the second he gets comfortable or gets his weight off balance, boom. Side, pull. So when I pull through that, I have a good solid grip on his wrist. Top hands, just keeping pressure, but I'm driving my knee in, keeping good pressure on his hip, off balance. Other questions on this? Nothing? Draw it out a couple more times and we'll move on. 1, 2, 3. I suck at jiu-jitsu most days. Now, it's Austin, so we never know. But I'm here. As I go here and I go to open up wide, there is going to be 2 reactions when you go for a scissor sweep. One is, Austin's just going to go super wide base. He's just going to basically widen his hips out, start backing them away from you. Nothing good happens. The other one is they're going to wait for you to go for the scissor sweep and they're going to time it. And they're going to hit. I always call it just a skip jump. They just jump over your leg as you try to suplex. Boom. Either way, I don't care which he does. Our reaction's going to be the same either way. All I'm going to do, let's say he jumps over this. All I'm going to do, scoop in with my butterfly hook. As I'm here, I'm going to continue to pull in, not just with my hands, but with this the butterfly hook as well. As soon as that happens, I scoop my hips out the other way, scoop over and come up. Now you're gonna land in a variety of positions here. Generally, it's gonna be some variation of half guard. That is gonna be more dependent on where you land. Either way, finish, come on top. The point is, get to top position. So I'm here, I get my grip set. Good things are happening. I go here, he starts to widen out. All I'm gonna do, post this foot in the mat, sit to where I have a nice butterfly hook. Pull, scoop. Same thing works no-gi. I'm here, here, I go here, he goes over the top. Like I said, some variation of your leg being stuck here. Sometimes you'll land in quarter mount where they just have the little hook here. Don't care. Get to top position. Address the feet whenever you get here. Questions on this? Pull up. So I'm pulling him up to elevate him onto my butterfly hook. Yeah, so when I'm here, I'm pulling everything across initially. I'm still doing that, I'm just pulling up at this point. So that it loads him over this hook. Because then the difference is, then I just flip and hook. So basically your legs switch roles. Where when I'm doing my traditional scissor sweep, this leg is kicking over, this leg is scooping. When I switch, this leg is kicking my butterfly hook through. This leg switches to sweeping that. And you, baby, fix your face. Questions on this, guys? Partner, all y'all looking for you to do is step over that foot and keep a decent base. You're not trying to be super defensive here because this one takes a second to get your hands on it. So when I'm here, all I'm looking for Austin to do, as I'm here, he steps over, boom. That's all I need you guys to do. I told you, fix your face. Question?
She does have a question. I guess I'm confused on the pulling him in.
So, we're going to go this direction so you see a little bit easier. Boom, I'm here. I come up, I go to sweep. He steps over. All I'm doing is then using my bottom leg to hook my foot on the inside of his thighs. So once I'm here, now this becomes basically my top leg where it's going to kick over. This leg switches to where it's scooping. So now we're scooping this knee here. I pull in. So I'm here. He steps over. I scoop in. I pull everything. Does that make more sense to you? Any other questions on this? Alrighty, drill her out. One. I open up and I go here. But let's say I'm just not confident in my ability to get this swept over, right? One of my favorite open guard attacks, especially off this scissor sweep, is just a simple loop choke. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go for the scissor sweep, and for whatever reason it's not going to work. All I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pull the hand down and around. My other hand is going to come off the wrist. I'm going to snap his head down and through my elbow. Little simple loopy-loop. Oh, I love a good loop choke because it's just violence for violence sake. So I'm here, boom, I get to here, right? I open it up, things are going well. Austin's got a good base, this isn't going to work. And we're going to go over some other options Thursday. Tonight we're just introducing the concept. Now all we're going to do, I'm going to pull him in and around. Guys, imagine my thumb is trying to cut, what is it, the Philly Chelsea grin or whatever, where I'm trying to wrap my thumb through his throat and cut it. So I'm here. Boom. Chelsea Grin. It's a soccer thing. Soccer hooligans. I don't know. Boom. I'm here. I pull that in. As I'm here, I'm going to grab his bald spot and shove it down. As I'm doing that, I'm going to fly my elbow and wave. Choose violence. Always. Always. So I'm here. Boom, I grab. This is the reason that we don't set that super deep collar grip. Now there is some chokes where we can do that you can set up with this. Not what we're working today. All I'm going to do here, open. I go to sweep and it's just not there for whatever reason. I'm going to pull everything in and around. Here. In an ideal world, you get him back to fully closed guard and you're on this hip. If you're hitting it right, he should be tapping long before then. But sometimes you get those people who are just annoyingly tough. Takes a second. Questions on this? No-gi? Oh, I will show no-gi. So, no-gi, let's say I get here. All we're going to do, head, snap, chin cup, roll that guillotine in. Just that 10-finger guillotine roll. You're grabbing the chin, rolling it up, cupping into it. Here. No-gi. I'll be nice. Daniel, I like choking. So I'm here, and you prefer no-gi anyway. So I'm here, and Daniel's got a good wide base. He's going to be hard to sweep. No-gi, I'm going to turn my hips back in, head and chin. Here. Here, squeeze in, roll my wrist right to his throat. If I'm here, also realize, let's say I do have the pajamas, guess what? That guillotine also works in pajamas. You can just hit the loop. Questions on the loop choke or the guillotine variation? Nothing? All right. Yeah. You can. So generally when I'm hitting a loop choke, I'll come here. And if I'm real open here, I will sit up to lock it and fall back to finish. The reason I won't stay up to finish this is he'll start moving his head and countering, so it makes it a little bit harder to finish. Where if I'm here, I'm pulling him in, which allows that to tighten up a lot quicker. Makes sense? So while yes, I will sit up to attack it, I will fall back to finish it because it tightens up. Any other questions? Anyone want to see Daniel get choked a couple more times? Yeah, we'll angle this way now.
She a rookie. That's not me.
She a rookie.
She's rookie. She's new.
She don't know. All right, so I'm here. Boom, I open up. I go to, it's not working. I pull, and I drag this collar down and around. As I'm here, my hand sneaks through, and I finish the choke that way. Or, if I'm no-gi, I'm here, I sit up, chin, head here, and I can either finish with my hand on the back of the neck, one-handed guillotine, or grab the fatty part of your palm, finish that way. And I roll their chin through their Adam's apple. I roll that chin in and crunch everything behind it. Because this should hurt, and you should make new enemies. Too many people are like, oh, don't offend people. Don't make enemies. No, I'm here to make enemies in this world. Roll their chin through their chest and choke the hell out of them, all right? Questions on that?